going on, everybody? Welcome back to another reaction video. Today we have Ren, Money Ties. Money Ties, you guys have told me, is kind of like an extension of the Money Games videos that he uploaded, which I really enjoyed the Money Games. We've listened to 1, 2, and 3 all on this channel. If you guys want to check those out, you can find them in my Ren playlist. They're there. They're really good songs. I enjoyed all of them. And today's Money Ties, so I'm excited to get into this. I apologize for the uploading not necessarily being as often as it should be. I'm hoping to change that in 2026. You know what they say, new year, new me, right? New year, new me. But we're gonna hop straight into this. I'm excited. Let's go.
Godliness with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing into the world, and we cannot take anything out of the world. But if we have food and clothing, with these we will be content. But those who desire to be rich fall into temptation, into a snare, into many senseless and harmful desires that plunge people into ruin and destruction.
Senseless and harmful desires. Senseless and harmful desires. Man, dude, that is deep, right? Get fallen into a snare of senseless and hopeless. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Just think about that.
Snare, into many senseless and harmful desires that plunge people into ruin and destruction. For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil.
For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. 1 Timothy 6 verse 10. Definitely true. 100% true. It's used for a lot of evil things, and it is good for some people. You know, money isn't all bad. It's what you do with it, right?
It is through this craving that some have wandered away from the path and pierced themselves with the many pangs of greed.
Money makes the world go round. Money makes a pure man lawless, proud. Money makes a man's verb consummate the noun. Cause an action to a thing is inspired by the pound or the dollar. False prophet preach profit and we follow. When the scholar teach dishonor, that's a bitter pill to swallow. The biggest bank robber are the banks and the politicians, but judiciary are whores. What a shock. When we lose sight of live and let live, forget your soul is made much richer by the love that you give. If you're living just to make a living, that's all that is. And when you're lying, slowly dying, will you die with a grin? Now digging up the root of evil, money too like a blade. You can slice across the jugular or carve and create. But when the money ain't the means, but the means is the money, you start to compromise ideals for dollars, morals get bloody. Now let me tell you a little.
You start to compromise ideals. Ugh.
With the means of the money, you start to compromise ideals for dollars, morals get bloody. Now let me tell you.
You start to not worry about what you have to do in order to get it. Basically, if I'm correct, that's what he's saying. You know, at first it's, you know, I can do this to get money, and now it's, I don't really care what I have to do as long as I get the money, I get paid, and it's a higher amount than what I'm getting now. You know, you compromise your morals for your bank account. It happens a lot, actually. It happens quite a lot.
With the means of the money, you start to compromise ideals for dollars, morals get bloody. Now let me tell you a little story about a boy named Ren. Born March 1990 in the Celtic Welsh ends. We didn't have much, but mum and dad, they made enough to put hot meals on the table, fill our bellies full of love, a little sister.
Yes, so he said, you know, we didn't have a lot of money, but my mom and dad made enough to make us feel loved. That's contentment, right? You don't need to have a giant mansion with a pool and, you know, like a lake in the back and swamp. You don't need to have all that. It's not necessary. You don't need to have 3 cars in your garage, 4 cars in your garage, and all of them are expensive. You don't need to have all that. You should have a life, right? I've been content with my life for as long as I've been alive, and you know, my family, we make money, but we don't make that much money. And I got 4 brothers, so I mean, there's a lot of mouths to feed, you feel me?
Mom and dad, they made enough to put hot meals on the table, fill our bellies full of love, a little sister fell into the picture. Oh my God, we loved her, made our family richer. Then we both got older, world a little colder. Life, it had a way of chipping away at that shoulder. I held her and I told her. Hierarchy, status exists. Sometimes the purity of youth gets snatched, leaving you stripped. You'll learn that love is not enough, it's not a world for a kid. So toughen up and buckle up, because it's bumpy as shit. And there'll be those who take advantage of the light in your soul. And there'll be times you feel the cup you're filling leaking with holes. And that dark can get much darker, we all must grow old. But listen up, my little sister, hold these words to your close. Keep that kind heart kind, humankind are in need. Never ever let this world make you bitter like me. Because
keep that kind heart kind. Don't be bitter like me. Come on, bro.
Heart kind, humankind are in need. Never ever let this world make you bitter like me. Because this world needs love, and love it leaks from you, see. Sis, this world needs light, and you're the brightest I see. I see your wings have feather more than ever. Mine were torn by my oppressor, sickness, scorn.
I see your wings have feathers more than ever. Mine were torn apart by my oppressor. That's just crazy. You know, he's calling her an angel, and he's saying he used to be one, but with the life that he's been through, all the pain and stuff that he's had to endure, it's kind of fading away. All has been ripped out, his feathers from his wings. That's a deep image, bro.
Brightest I see your wings have feather more than ever. Mine were torn by my oppressor. Sickness scorned me, but whatever. By your side we fly together. Give me flight when I could never. A releasing of the pressure, and the pressure makes a diamond. I will shine with you forever. Fuck greed, fuck depression, fuck bullies, fuck the jealous. Fuck every man who made you feel less than a treasure. And fuck a world that makes us feel small. Fuck the forces that divide us. Now's the time to stand tall, because money makes money.
You know, I mean, he's saying screw everybody who makes you feel less than a treasure, which, I mean, that's totally true. You're a human being, right? So you should be treasured. You're not nothing. You're not anything less than a treasure, because that's how we are. It's what we were created for, right? In the image of God. And so if you're treating anybody less than a human, then check yourself, I guess. Figure out why, because it might be a deeper issue going on. And then obviously the forces that divide us, you know, government and media and stuff, dividing people by race and religion, and try not to let that happen as much as possible. Don't let that happen, man.
Money makes the world go round. Money makes the sick boy sicker somehow.
Yeah.
Money gets a man mug punched in his mouth.
Back.
Money run the gang thug, drug money plow. Money makes open case close. Money bend love, make war, make goals. Money gives a poor man hope. Money saves lives, takes lives, money both. Money isn't, money's just that. Money's just a concept, people are trying. Tax up the poor man, feed up the fire. Money's just cash. Take money, take money, take money, take. Fake money, fake money, fake money, fake. Money ties, ayy. Money lies, ayy.
It's interesting. He kind of had like, no people, no profit. I mean that's true. No people, no nothing. It was interesting though that the reason why it's called Money Ties, I get it now, is because he's kind of tying in both ends. Because I heard him say that, you know, money gives the poor man hope, the homeless guy hope. You know what I'm saying? And so pretty much, you know, I know you guys have seen those videos on TikTok where it's, you know, the guy and he finds somebody who's struggling in life, and, you know, he gives them like $1,000 cash, and their expressions completely change. They feel overwhelmed and they start crying and that type of stuff. Because they get it like almost like a second chance. You know, maybe they made a bad decision in their life and they are now on the street and they can't live anywhere. They don't have anybody to have anybody to go to or anything. And now they're getting a second chance. And I know you guys have seen those videos. I know you guys have probably cried at those videos. Listen, man, they're emotional as heck. Because while money is a root to evil, it can also be a root to a lot of happiness and joy if used correctly. Because, you know, that feeling you get when you see someone's life almost completely change. I mean, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. And I couldn't even imagine the feeling of being able to make that possible, right? Like, imagine changing somebody's entire life with paper. It seems strange, but it happens. And when it happens, you get that feeling in your gut, and you're just like, man, it's like just happiness, because you know that you can tell that they've been struggling. And there's been a lot of criticism on those people's videos, actually, you know, because like they say, well, you're doing it just to get clout. You know, you're showing you have money and you're giving it to people. Well, let's think about this. Let's say his job is social media and he posts videos like that to get money. Okay. A lot of people do. And then he uses that money to give to more people in need. I don't see anything wrong with that. Right. You have to make money in order to give it away. So that was Money Ties by Ren. That was a really good song. Once again, you know, he killed it with the whole series pretty much of Money Game 1 all the way to Money Ties. Really good songs. I agree with like literally all of it. Because obviously money is bad in regard if you use it that way, but it can also be really good. And so I like the tie-in at the end and throughout the song, you know, telling his sister to stay kind, show love to others, still, you know, keep that kind heart kind, still be the angel that I see you as. Because the world's tough and it is brutal sometimes. But that's going to do it for this reaction video. If you guys did enjoy, please consider subscribing, because, listen, according to YouTube statistics, like 1% of you guys are subscribed or something like that. I mean, it's a really low percent. Please subscribe. If you guys like the video and you like the content, you want to see more reactions like this, consider subscribing. I'm trying to hit 5,000 subscribers before 2027. That's a whole year, right? And I'm gonna be trying to upload more. I apologize, you guys. That's on me for not uploading as much as I should be. And while you're down there hitting the subscribe button, hit the like button. It helps the channel out. It helps me push me out to more people. I appreciate it. It's free. You can take it. You can take the like back if you don't like it. I mean, you don't have to. Just don't dislike the video. But with all that being said, leave your guys' written songs in the comments for me to check out. I have a list that I'm going to get to. I promise I've had this list for a month that I have to still record. But if there's any others that that don't have on here, leave them in the comments. I'll put them on here, regardless if they're already on here or not. Just leave a comment. But with all that being said, I'll see you guys in the next reaction video.